Good morning, everyone. It is an honor and privilege to be with you today. I understand this is one of the three batches of Youth Environment in Schools Organization's teacher advisors who will be undergoing this online capacity building as teacher advisors. It is my understanding that this activity is spearheaded by the three division youth formation officers, Marina Bernasor, Angelet Rimulador, and Ayan Dulauta. It is an honor to be with you, my dear youth formators, especially the teacher advisors of our central elementary schools and our public high schools. Because we cannot afford to have this capacity building face to face. So that is why this is the first time that you will be clustered into two clusters for high school teacher advisors and one cluster for central elementary school teacher advisors. My dear Youth Environment in Schools Organization teacher advisors, you have a very big task ahead of you, especially for school year 2020-2021. We are facing this COVID-19 pandemic, and we are not yet sure when we can have a face-to-face learning with our public school learners. And so therefore, it is a must for all of you to be guided again and again with what is the mission as well as the vision of your youth environment in schools organization, so that being a teacher advisor, you should be able to deliver what is expected of you as teacher advisors. Let me remind you that based on articles that I read, based on documents that I read on YesO, it clearly states that the mission of Youth Environment in Schools organization is to preserve and conserve our natural resources through environmental awareness of the community, resulting in their active involvement on environmentally related issues to achieve sustainable development. Likewise, we must be reminded that your vision is to have this youth environment in schools organization as an effective and respective school-based environmental organization linked with other agencies and institutions for conservation and preservation of natural resources towards sustainable development. And so therefore with this, I am happy that the three division youth formation officers decided to have this clustered capacity building seminars or webinars for you to become capacitated so that you will be ready to face the challenges in the coming school year 2020-2021. Yes, it is Youth Environment for Schools organization. But my dear teacher advisors, with the challenge we are facing, you have to make modification. You should not think of something. You should not think of projects and activities that is only inside the school campus. Yes, it is Youth Environment for Schools organization. But considering we do not know yet when we can have the face-to-face, therefore, it is a must that the youth environment in schools organization must continue, but it should be modified. It should be enhanced so that the activities shall continue even if your student leaders, even if our learners are at home. So we better say it is youth environment in society organization rather than saying youth environment in schools organization. I repeat, we would rather see youth environment in society organizations protecting our environment, not only environment inside the school campus, but environment in our society. My dear teacher advisors, your role is not only to tell our leaders or students to do this and to do that, but it is your role to provide leadership. It is your role to imbibe in them. It is your role to do something so that they will be changing their mindset. They will be doing something, and you can develop them into a potential leader who can guide the incoming generations, especially in the protection and preservation of our environment. And so therefore, I am hoping that the mandated programs and activities and projects of YESO shall be coupled with contextualized programs and activities that will fit to our situations. Programs and activities that will encourage our student leaders, that will encourage our youth to help us in regaining the beautiful nature, in ensuring that we can preserve, conserve, and protect our mother nature. And so therefore, once again, I would rather say that you have to adopt the 4A's as you guide our student leaders, the officers and members of the Youth Environment in Schools organization in the coming school year. You better adopt the 4A's. And what are these 4A's? First, awareness. Develop in them that awareness. Let them be aware what's happening in our environment. Let us have to instill in them that this COVID-19 is part of our current situation. Precisely, the environment is asking for something, for us to know that our environment is dying. So let that awareness be part, the first and foremost job of being a teacher advisor. Second is advocacy. If our students, our learners are aware what's happening in our society, in our environment now, next is for them to be an advocate, for them to lead our youth, to lead our students inside and outside the school campus in protecting and conserving our environment. Third A is action. It's not enough that they are aware. It's not enough that they do the advocacy. But the third one is very important. They should lead. They should take action. Because as they say, action speaks louder than words. And of course, this is one of your role as teacher advisor. The last A, active leadership. You have to develop your student leaders. You have to develop your YESO officers and members into active leadership so that in the years to come, they will be our generations of leaders who will help us in protecting our environment. With that, if there are 4A's, let us be reminded also with the 4C's that our secretary always keeps on reminding us that with these forces, we can be successful with our endeavor. First is creativity. We must be creative in crafting our programs and projects. Second, critical thinking. If we think of something, if we think of some solutions or projects and activities, think that it will contribute to the solution. Do not think of something that someday somehow your your solution will become another problem. So be critical. On the third C is communication. You cannot do something alone. You need other people. You need some agencies. You need other organizations. So that is why you have to communicate. You have to inform them. And of course, coupled with communication is the last C, collaboration. If you want to communicate, it's because you want to collaborate. Talk with environmental organizations. Talk with different environmental agencies, non-governmental organizations, and all other organizations that can help you. Because if you will do it alone, then you cannot see the 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 effect. You cannot see the greater impact. You need to collaborate. You need to have assistance from other associations and organizations. So again, if we are going to summarize, your role is to make your leaders aware so that they can provide advocacy, they can do action, and later on they can provide active leadership. And all those things can be done through creativity, critical thinking, communication, and collaboration. Good luck to all of you. Have a nice day and see you in the coming days. Mabuhay ang DepEd Bohol. Bohol.